I just found out some very exciting news. Check this out, David.
What?
Sona told me yesterday that her husband, Taktakezian.
Oh, Brian.
What's that?
Brian.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it's his last name. It's not Takezian.
Okay, whatever.
Armenian names don't work like that. They're not just like...
I thought that was just whatever.
I mean, some
as
of
long
them,
as it ended IAN, it was okay.
Yes, you know what? Some of them do actually work that way. They take the name and then they put IAN at the end.
Yeah. I always called him Taktakezian, but that's not it. It's
that's
Baroyan.
No.
But anyway, Taktakezian, your husband, father of your beautiful children, lovely guy,
Great.
funny, talented.
The best.
Yesterday, he hit a huge milestone. Can you tell us what that is?
He tested for his black belt, which is a very intense thing. And he got his black belt. After 7 years.
This is incredible.
With this specific dojo, he got his black belt.
You know what? I would, first of all, I just love that I got you to say dojo because it's one of my favorite words. But this is amazing. How many belts are there?
Well, for because his is very traditional, there's only 3 belts. There's white, brown, and black, but there's degrees to each one.
Right.
So there's like you get like, I don't know, 3 degrees of white, and then you qualify for brown. Then there's 3, I think, degrees for brown belt, and then you qualify for black. And they only test for black belts once a year. He was supposed to test last year, but he got food poisoning. Sorry, it's not funny. It's not funny. I think he had nerves. I really do. But he got sick and couldn't do it. So he had to wait a full year before he could test
That's
again.
incredible. He was so close to getting this, maybe the coolest award anyone can have.
Yeah.
And he got a little tummy trouble.
Oh, no.
I got some tummy trouble.
No. Yeah, but he
Did
tested.
he throw up all over the dojo?
No, Kate. You just wanted to say dojo.
Maybe I did.
Yeah, no, he tested and he did it, and I'm very proud of him. It's something he's been working for, and it's really
he must
cool.
have been. I mean, it must have been so cool for him to have passed that test.
Yeah,
he must have been just feeling so good about himself. You know?
Yes, I mean,
he must have felt like I'm really in such a great. Everything's going my way. He must have had mojo in the dojo.
I was waiting.
I can't. I will say.
Do you think he had mojo in the dojo?
I'm not going to say he got mojo in the dojo. And
he
I'm
just
not,
did. Thank you. Okay, so anyway, Sona.
Yeah.
This is a big deal.
It is.
And all my life, I've been hearing that cliched phrase, you better watch out. I'm a black belt in karate. Now he gets to say that.
Yeah.
Does he say karate or karate?
He says karate. Like he says it properly. And I think they make fun of people who are like, karate. Like they make fun of people like that.
Now, do you know what the test was?
They have like katas, which are, you have to,
Did he have to fight a bunch of other guys?
Memorized movements. Like spar, I don't think he sparred, but it's like, it's a pretty intense
In my mind,
test.
It's like one of those classic, Bruce Lee movies where he has to work his way up a tower. Each room. Do you know what I mean? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is in one. There's different. There's 700 ninjas in another, and he just has to keep working his way through. I so wish that was the case. But no, he just went through some various choreography.
Yeah, they told him stuff, and he had to do it, and it's all about how smooth he is and how sharp he is, and flop, 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 flop.
What about breaking stuff?
I don't know. I mean, he didn't really. Tak's not you have to fish information out of him,
Sure.
and so I
can't get. He doesn't really. He's not open about his last name. So
it's Baroyan. His last name is Baroyan. So yeah,
Takezian.
Well, it's not Takezian. It's Baroyan.
There's a lot to celebrate this summer, so you got to keep it classic with a Miller Lite.
Yeah.
Miller Lite's been a true American Pilsner and the original light beer since 1975. For 50 years, Miller Lite has delivered the great taste beer lovers know and trust.
Yeah.
It's the summer. I hang out with my crew, my pals. We get on our hogs. And not motorcycles, actual hogs. Yeah. My friend Rodman he just keeps hogs. And you know what? Sometimes I crack a beer. And it's got to be a Miller Lite because that's what my posse demands.
Yes.
But we have a good time, but we're a responsible good time.
Yeah, you're not on your hogs then.
Yeah, if you're going to ride a hog, and by that I mean a pig, you shouldn't be, having an alcoholic beverage, but you slide right off and you say, hey, stay right there, oinky. I'm going to have my Miller Lite. And it's like, oink, oink. And you're like, whatever, dude. High five me. And it gives you its little Hoof.
The hog high fives you?
Yeah. These are trained hogs. An all-American summer starts with an all-American beer. And what's that beer? It's Miller Lite. Go to MillerLite.com/Conan to find delivery options near you. Do it now. Or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. If you go into a place and they don't sell Miller Lite, tell them you are not a beer store. Come on, hogs, let's leave. Oink, 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 oink. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Blah, 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 blah.
No, he had to do a test, and it's in front of a lot of other black belts and in front of everybody who's at this special training thing, which is a lot of people from all over the country. So it's a pretty intense thing. And there were 6 people who were testing.
I think it would be better. First of all, this doesn't make for a good story. I would have added some things. Like, at one point they release 6 apes and he has to subdue them all. Wouldn't that be great? They tie bananas to his body, and then 6 apes, 6 ravenous apes are released, and he has to fight them all off.
I don't like that test.
Now, was karate chopping part of the...
I said it before we recorded. I said, don't say anything about chopping.
Okay.
And I'm surprised you went this
you
long
made it pretty
without
long
saying
saying it.
I went much longer than I thought I would.
Yeah.
I've always loved the idea of someone, let's say, like Tack, who's a black belt, before they attack someone or defend themselves, say, I chop you, and then they give them a karate chop. Do you think he ever would, if he was in a bad situation, had to karate chop his way out of it? Would he start yelling at his assailants, I chop you, and then chopping them?
He's going to say, I chop you. Although I might say, my husband's a black belt, he'll chop you.
Yeah.
I might say that.
Say it.
Yeah.
Has he taught you any moves?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't. He has. He's taught me some self-defense moves just so I know them. But also I'm mouthy. And so because there've been a couple instances.
You know what? He breaks boards, you break balls.
Yeah, I do. Hey, that's
a perfect couple.
But I do think there's times when I've let my mouth kind of get ahead of me, and then he's had to like jump in and like settle things.
You mean out in the world?
Yes.
You've because you have a hair trigger temper.
I'm a shit stirrer.
And you get mad. I've been with you when you start to get into it with someone, and Tack can intervene and calm you.
No, he's like very old school, where he will defend my honor. Aww. And he'll like get into it with whoever's doing it. And because he's my muscle, he now knows, like, he's always known how to like really fight. He grew up knowing how to fight because he was like a little immigrant kid and people used to pick on him. Yeah. And so he's always had that. But, now it's like, he's a black belt in karate. He'll chop you. So I can
So you
use
say
that.
it, I'll chop you. No, he'll chop you. I think that would be, so you'd be in a situation where you're driving, he's in the passenger seat, someone cuts you off, you beep your horn, maybe give them the finger, and they yell at you and say you can't drive.
Well, it's
You're
not
a bad
usually
driver.
road rage.
Would he jump out of the car and say, I will defend your honor?
No, there was an incident at a gas station once where these 2 people were picking on this older man, and they were like threatening him when he got out of the car. And so I started yelling, and then one of them started yelling at me, and then Tack came out of the store and he's like, don't talk to my wife that way. And it got very intense.
Wow, good for him.
But nothing happened.
Good for him. What I would have, in that same
calm.
situation, I'm being honest, if someone was, we were at a gas station, I was inside and someone was screaming at Liza, I'd come out and say, when you're done yelling at my wife.
No, Conan, no.
Because I would say, well, this is your affair here. This is your business. When you're done screaming at my wife.
Oh my God.
I will move the car so you can pull in.
Okay. You would give them your spot at the pump?
Best not to be hurt. But now I can say, you're yelling at my wife. My friend Tack, chop you. Tack, chop you. He chop you. He chop you good. That's the one I like.
We can hire Tack as like a security guard for you.
He chop you good. I feel like every guy thinks one day they'll become a black belt in karate. I feel like that's like the sort of...
I have never thought that.
You guys have never wanted to be in karate, learn karate, and then become a black belt in karate?
No, he wants to be the person who's seen the most musicals nonstop in a 9-week period.
You don't need karate for that.
Yeah. And you should see the belt that comes with that.
It's very shiny.
It's a very colorful, fun belt. It's a sassy belt.
Yeah.
But Sona, I think this is very cool that he can do this now. And I am curious if it has practical applications.
Of course it does.
karate. Or I'm sorry, karate.
Yeah, I think it does. I think knowing any kind of martial art is good for you.
Yeah.
Right? You don't think so?
No, I'm not saying I don't think so. I just am curious. I don't know.
You think it's all like chopping boards and like kicking the air, but you're just wondering, does that actually translate if you're in a fight?
If you're in a fight, I'm sure it does.
Yes, I think it does.
I'm sure it does.
Yes,
Don't
I
get
think
upset.
even
I'm just say yes.
I think even just saying
Yes,
I'm
no
a
question.
black belt in karate, bitch, then that's enough to scare somebody.
I don't know. It's such a cliche. I'm a black belt in karate. I would just start laughing if someone said that to me.
No, if someone was coming into your face and they're like, I'm a black belt in karate, you'd be like, okay, sorry, bro.
No, you'd start doing bits.
Yeah, I do bits.
Oh, yeah.
I
You would
do.
never say bro. I don't know why I would
No.
think you would say bro.
Bro, what are you talking about? I'd say he is no sibling of mine.
And then they just beat you badly.
Yeah. I once, when I was at late night, I one of the writers studied martial arts, and he's since passed away, Brian Rich, but he's a really funny writer. Really, and it's tragic that he's gone. But he was very serious about studying, I think, martial arts, and I told him that I had studied a defense called the cube, where you trace the outlines of a cube with your hand, and you never stop, and you cover every side. And I said, if you do that, you can't penetrate the cube with a blow. And I would do the cube to him, and he would go to like slap me, and basically I would just then move my hand so that would knock the hand that was slapping at me, but it had nothing to do with the cube. But I kept talking about the cube, and I think I drove him insane because he kept saying, "Well, I don't understand what do you mean it's the cube? You're not doing anything. You're just the minute my hand starts to come near you, you just bat away at my hand.
God.
But what is the cube?" And I'd be like, "No, it's the cube defense. It's been worked out mathematically. And if I trace out, and if you can see this on video, I would just do this and say it's the cube."
He's miming a cube.
I'm making a cube with my hands by moving my hands around in a geometric pattern.
Yes.
And
the least threatening thing I've ever seen.
Stupidest
you
thing.
look like you're voguing.
Yeah, it looks like like I'm Madonna voguing. It looks like I'm voguing, but I would say it's the cube, man. Nothing gets through the cube. And it just made him crazy. And then when my son was old enough, when he was like 7, I started telling him, "Yeah, I know the cube defense." I started doing the same bullshit with my son. And he was like, "What does that mean?" That's not anything. What is that? So that's why he doesn't talk to me.
It's a wonder you haven't been, can I be very sincere? It's a wonder you haven't been beaten up more than you have been.
I was beaten up once,
but it's surprising you haven't been beaten up more. But I think in a way, maybe God made you tall because he knew this would be how you are, so that you would be threatening looking, but not actually threatening.
If you see me in person, I don't look like someone you'd necessarily want to mess with.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Large,
yeah, and you're in good shape, and you look like you could.
Also, I have
fight.
So much untapped rage. I think that would work in my favor.
Oh, yeah,
Eduardo, do you agree with this?
I agree.
I would go, I do think I have a lot of anger, and I'm very physical, so I might snap.
I'd be more hesitant to fight the guy with the cube than the guy who says he has a black belt in karate.
Because you don't know what I'm going to do.
Crazy.
Because you seem ill.
You're unpredictable.
Because you seem ill and unwell.
Yes.
Yeah, and who knows? No one wants to fight crazy.
Yeah, no one wants to fight crazy. So congratulations to Tak.
Yes, very proud of him.
Baroyan. I'll get this right someday.
Yeah.
Takesian.
Yeah.
And I hope he don't chop you.
Oh my God. He's not going to chop me. Don't say chop. Why'd you have to end it with chop?
I chop you. And I chop and I chop and I chop again. It's just so funny if he would narrate his karate chops like that. I chop you.
Awful.
Now I chop you again. Now I chop you 3 times. That's a chop and a chop and a chop.
That's not how karate works.
I know. Something's wrong with me. All right. Congrats, Tak.